So I have had the flu for a couple of days. I am feeling better today, but still not up to snuff. So I am going to be making some soup, and this is going to be a creamy Italian meatball soup you are going to love. So I hope you'll join me. So we're going to start off today by making our meatballs. I'm going to be putting in some breadcrumbs. I'm going to be putting in some salt, a little bit of pepper. For our Italian seasoning, we're going to be adding a half a teaspoon of oregano. And then we're going to be adding a half a teaspoon of basil. Now these are actually herbs that I dehydrate. I usually don't buy too much in the way of herbs because I have a pretty big herb garden. We're going to be putting in some Parmesan cheese. Now, if you have fresh shredded, go ahead and put that in. I'm adding this green can because that's what I have. And then I'm going to be adding my egg to this, 1 egg. Now I'm going to have the full recipe listed below. All right, now we're going to add our ground beef. And we're just going to give this a really good mix. We want all these ingredients mixed together. The egg will bind it along with the breadcrumbs and the Parmesan cheese. And these will come out really good. Now, if you don't have breadcrumbs, you know how you make breadcrumbs. You just take a piece of bread and kind of break it up into little bite-sized pieces, put it in your mixer, and just run it for, like a minute, 30 seconds, and it'll turn it into breadcrumbs. It's really easy. You can put the crust in and everything. So I happen to have breadcrumbs, and I really haven't eaten very much for the last 2 days, so I'm not concerned about calories in these breadcrumbs today. This will actually be a really healthy soup. It's going to have a lot of really good ingredients as far as vegetables and all kinds of stuff. So, all right, I've got this mixed up really well. Is start making these into meatballs. So I use a little scooper, and all I do is just put these right onto a piece of parchment paper. I mean, I'm all about doing things easy, as you know. And I want to put these into a preheated oven. Now, a lot of people do their meatballs in oil. I don't want the extra oil in mine. In fact, I didn't add any olive oil to this. I'm skipping the oil altogether because there's going to be enough fat from the meat. I'm going to go ahead and turn on my oven to 365 degrees and let it preheat, and then I'm going to put my meatballs in there. This is a really fast process. It's really easy. This is something kids could help with. And of course you can roll them with your fingers as well. It all works. You just want the meatball to hold together when you put it in the soup. And there you go. In a matter of literally like 2 minutes, we have all of our meatballs on a piece of parchment paper. My oven's preheated. I'm just gonna throw this in the oven. All right, so I'm gonna start off by putting some tomatoes in this bowl. Now, I'm not worried that they're not cut. These are tomatoes from my garden last year. I'm just going to put these in here. They're kind of partially unfrozen. And all I'm gonna do is kind of peel off the skins, and then I'll kind of dice them up later with a potato masher. It's very easy to do when these are partially frozen. I don't know whoever thought this up, but boy, is it ever an easy process for doing your tomatoes. I don't really buy much in the way of tomato products. I grow them every summer, and then I just pretty much have them to use all year long, whether they're frozen or I've got some paste tomatoes. I've got some Abe Lincolns. I mean, I just kind of mix them up. I don't worry about what I have and what I don't have. They all are good to me. So the other thing I realized when I started making this soup is I'd used up all my carrots. Thankfully, I had some leftover carrots in my freezer from last year's garden, so I'm going to use those as well. And I've got a few purple ones in there. Don't think they're bad. Then I'm going to put in, it says 1 chopped onion, and I actually chopped up a large onion, so I'm going to use about a cup of chopped onion for this particular soup. The rest of it I'm going to put in a jar in the refrigerator, and I'll have onion for throughout the whole week to put in eggs and things like that. Soup's always a really good thing when you don't feel good. I tell you what, it's something I really enjoy making, and I don't have to give it a lot of thought. It always comes out good. And I'm actually going to put in some minced garlic just because I don't want to go through all the hassle of straining my garlic this time. I do this occasionally. I'm going to be putting in some more oregano and basil. Putting in some more salt. Putting in some pepper. We're also going to add some tomato paste. And you're probably starting to see a theme here. A lot of this stuff I have frozen because I just haven't been able to use it up or what have you. So I freeze a lot of things that I think I'll need. I'm going to be adding 4 cups of chicken broth. Now this is a fat-free chicken broth. I didn't actually have any chicken broth on hand. I usually have it canned, but I haven't been able to do that lately. So the next thing I'm going to do is add a cup of this particular type of macaroni. It's called Safregula Sarda, and they're little tiny macaronis. They kind of look like a tiny little pea. They're really, really small. So anyway, I'm going to add those to some boiling water, and I want to do that because I want to get the flour off of them. So as soon as these are almost cooked, I'm going to go ahead and just put these under a strainer. Just get this flour off of the water, and then I'm going to put it in with my soup along with a couple other little surprises. All right, let's spoon us some nice soup. This is like the first thing I've eaten in like 3 days. I just have not felt good. We went to Disneyland on Monday, but I'm feeling better now. So I'm gonna have a nice bowl of soup. Look at that, how beautiful it is. I'm gonna put a little sprinkle of some more Parmesan on this. Dinner is ready. So this is gonna be hot, but I'm gonna go ahead and take one for the team. I'm gonna have a little bite, just tell you how it came out. The rest of it I'll probably have to wait. Pretty steamy. Oh. You know what? Tastes like lasagna in a bowl. Ooh. I could nickname this lasagna soup. It's so good. Give it a try. I'm going to put the instructions down below if anybody's interested in making this. You got somebody sick in the family or just feeling kind of blue, there's nothing better than a nice hot bowl of soup. So thanks for watching today. If you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing to my channel. Give me a like, a thumbs up, or ring that bell for future notifications, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.